Okay, please say this is working. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, we're working. Thank you guys so much for your patience. I really appreciate it. I'm not technologically inclined, but I was able to get this figured out. So yay! Thank you guys so much for being here. You know I'm here for you each and every Wednesday. We go live and we talk about different things that can get our mindset off track. And so I help folks who are dealing with anxiety, dealing with conflict, or they just want to level up and they feel like there's something that's gotten them stuck. And so today we're going to be doing a little bit of a deep dive into this month. Now, you might be wondering, hey, Bart, oh my gosh, good to see you. You might be wondering, like, why would we be doing that now? We should do that at the end of the year for January. But it's actually really good to take a look at things now so you can start to plan for next year and you can take a look at, well, what do I need to do with these 12 months to attain the goals that I want to? And so some really fun activities that you can do for this month is allowing yourself to take a look at what are your wins. Now, we tend to look at those like, oh, I did this and I did that and I did this. That's great. Okay, let's move on. But really getting into them. What are your 3 biggest wins from this past year? And you can come up with more, but at least 3. And these are not something that somebody else did, like, oh, my kids graduated, or, oh, the new baby was born, things like that. No, it's got to be about you, celebrating you, right? And share those with me. I want to celebrate them with you. You totally deserve to be celebrated in that. Hey, Ricky Lynn, so good to see you. I just want to give you guys a great big hug. All right. Then also what you want to take a look at are what are the 3 biggest challenges? So your 3 biggest wins and the 3 biggest challenges. So the things that didn't work out the way you would have planned them. And then if you have a clear idea on what got in the way, write that down as well. Now, sometimes we're not really all that clear of what got in the way. And so that's why it's really great to have a coach. I have my own coaches as well. And so when you are able to kind of brainstorm and figure things out and someone's able to help you without the emotionality being in the way, it's so much clearer, right? And so as you're doing that, then you're able to look into 2024. Oh, the sound of that. It's so like futuristic, but it's here. Oh my gosh. It allows you to take a look at each of those months and go, okay, so if I want to get here by this point of the year, then I need to do this, 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 and this. So then it helps you to break it down. So you can start with these big, hairy, audacious goals, and then you're able to break them down into steps so where they're doable. And then that also gives you the opportunity to take a look and see, sometimes we think something is a project, but it's actually sometimes we think something is a task, but it's actually a project. It's multiple steps. And then we don't understand like why it takes so long, or, we've got to do all these things because it's not a single task. It literally is many different tasks. And we can also just be, unfair with ourselves and have incorrect expectations. So as you're allowing yourself to create this new mindset, this new understanding, this new space, what's 2024 going to look like? I want to invite you. I have some information that I'll put up for you, but it's going to be the 18th of this month. And it's going to be either half a day, depending on what you're able to do. It's half a day to take a look at what are your goals and what got in the way. And how do we create that clarity? How do we create that understanding? How do we create those measurable steps? How do we take a look at what didn't work? What are the patterns that are coming up? We'll be able to do all of that. So you could either do half a day or you could either do a full day. And if that's something that you really would like more information about, just put in more information, right? Goals, want those goals, 2024. Just anything about that, put that in the comments and I'll make sure to get you that information so you can attend. Now, that was 2, right? So number 1, just a reminder, you're going to be looking at your 3 big wins. You're going to be looking at your 3 big challenges and anything that you're clear about of why those challenges are there. Make sense? And then secondly, you're going to be taking a look at those big, hairy, audacious goals. And then we're going to be able to break them down in the year, month by month, week by week. And that might seem a bit too much, which is why it's great to be able to do it with somebody else. Now, the other thing that's really great to do as you get toward the end of the year is get real clear on your role, whether it's personally or whether it's professionally. And you might go, well, what does that mean exactly? Well, where have you been having expectations on yourself that may have been unfair? or where you might have been having expectations, again, like thinking something's a one-step deal, and it's actually many steps. Or you think, I should have this now, and no, that's going to take some time. And so getting, thanks, those little thumbs up are so cute. Being able to give yourself that permission clarifies what's my role as I do this. And you'll see it shifts, right? Sometimes you might be in the aspect of working on things professionally. And then sometimes you might be working on things personally. And then sometimes as you're working on you, it's going to affect both of them. And that's oftentimes the case, right? Okay. It also is going to allow you to take a look at, what are my goals? What are my ambitions? What do I want to contribute? And it just helps you to get more clear, because if you're in conversations like, I don't have enough money, I don't have enough time, I don't know how to do this, I don't have enough help, I don't have enough, then that gets us stuck in that mindset and just gets very, very heavy. Okay. All right. So that's number 3. Now, what you want to do as far as number 4 is you're allowing yourself to take a look and measure. What was it that you were looking at before? What is it that you're looking at now? How did that work? And literally measure. So we'll actually take a look. So from 0 to 10, what were you expecting? And then what did you get? From 0 to 10, what are you expecting over here? Right? And so it's really able to break it down and measure your progress, literally, versus, oh, well, I want a lot of this. No, specifically, how much and by when, right? So we're really getting in there with the SMART goals: specific, measurable, attainable, relatable, and time specific. So those are how you want to take a look at it, and you're able to help learn that and break that down. The other thing, number 5, I want to invite you. It's so good to have help. Breathe that in. Myself and others, we often have a hard time asking for help. And then sometimes we might have different ideas, like, oh, that's going to take too much time, I just need to do it myself. Oh, that's going to take too much money, I don't even want to think about it. Or whatever the story is that keeps us, oh, I don't want to be a burden to somebody. Or the people I ask, they can't help me anyways. They don't know what I'm doing. It's too much. It takes too much time to teach them, all this stuff. Notice those are just stories. They're just limiting beliefs that stop you. Being able to ask for help for what you need. You might not get what you need from the first few people, but continuing to ask for what it is that you need and not giving up, not creating beliefs, which I have been there. I'm working on this right now, right? And I'm always transparent with you guys. This is work that we continue to do in new steps and new levels, always. So for me, I got to a place where I got pretty cynical. Like, I've tried this and I've tried that and I've tried this and I've tried that, and these things aren't working. Gah. And then I began to realize that thinking is what had me stuck, because I wasn't continuing to ask. I wasn't continuing to look. It does take work. There is that, but everything takes work. So am I going to make it heavy, or am I going to make it light? Am I going to allow myself to ask for support? And that's where I want you to be. Allowing yourself to shift into that space of, yep, I get to ask for support. I get to have help. I get to have these things that I need. And I get to keep asking to get what I need, especially if you're very specific, right? It's got to be this specific time, this specific day, this specific thing. You got to make sure you have that specific person that can help you to do that, or people. So those are the 5 things I wanted to share with you to help you kind of dig in. Now, I also wanted to invite you. I do have my new group starting, and it's, you could look it up. I'll actually put the link. I'll drop the link in for you guys. Let me do that. And it's on Eventbrite, and it's the one that I just ran. You guys have been seeing it, hearing about it. It's finding your joy, finding your smile in the midst of grief, in the midst of loss, in the midst of things going on in life. You don't have to be just in one or the other. We're very complex and yet very simple. Simple, meaning we can have all these things at once, and complex, because it's like, how do we have all these things at once? Sometimes we just don't know, and it's uncomfortable. And how do we do that? And all this stuff. So I want to be able to walk you through that. And I have a program, right? It's called Finding Your Joy. Just like I said, finding your smile in the midst of grief and loss. So it helps you to see that you don't have to only be stuck in the pain, the suffering, the loss, that feeling of separation, that feeling of I'm alone, right? Or how do I move on when I have had this kind of loss in my life, whether it's loss of a loved one, whether it's divorce, whether you've lost like you've lost an experience in your life because of something that somebody else did, or maybe because of a choice that you made that was just like very heavy. So allowing yourself to go through these different stages, it's 12 weeks. And you might go, well, that doesn't sound like a lot of time. Or you might go, well, that sounds like a lot of time. 12 weeks is not a lot of time, right? It's only 3 months. However, as we go through that, you're going to be making changes. You're going to be creating transformations. And so I want to invite you to join me and really enjoy that growth and enjoy that transformation. And if it's something that you're interested in, I'm going to share the link in the comments. You can come back and check in the comments, so that way you're able to see it. You can also message me, personal message me. You can text message me. But I want you to get your questions answered so you can see that any kind of loss that you feel like you've been stuck with, you do not have to be stuck with. Any kind of experience that you feel like this, I just, whatever, I've put it away. I don't need to worry about it anymore. I don't need to bring it up. If there's any experience like that, it's still there, because that means you're shoving it away. Instead, you get to allow yourself to look at what it is that you want. And as you're looking at what it is that you want, it's easy to allow those things that we're trying to get rid of to see, oh, okay, so how might this be in my way for getting my goals, for moving forward? Oh, okay, this is how that's in the way. So this is how I can let it go to help me move forward. So it doesn't have to be heavy. It doesn't have to be this big, I've got to like look at it and relive it and nope, not like that at all. This is about helping you to connect with the mindset that you want, the goals that you want, helping you to move forward, right? Having that experience of moving forward into your life, moving forward into your goals, those things you've been wanting to do, and you just feel like they're just out of reach, right? I've gotten to this level and I really want to level it up. That's what this is for. Now, I'm only going to allow in a few people, and I know everybody says that, but really, because this is personal, right? I'm there with you guys asking you questions. I can only have so many people in there because I want to make sure I'm able to speak to each of you as we're going through this, right? And it depends on who I interview with. So then I'm able to see the fit and how much time I'll be needing to spend with each person. So it changes up, right? Sometimes I have 10 students, sometimes I have 12, sometimes I have 15, but at this moment, that's what we're sticking to. So make sure that you get connected. Make sure that you let me know by December 18th. The price is going to go to regular price. So if you sign up before December 18th, then you're going to be fine. So text message me, let me know, get connected, however it is you want to do it. I'm here. Make sure that you help yourself get the information that you need, whether it's through me or somebody else, to grow and develop. That way your 2024 is going to be amazing. And not just 2024. As you're making this next year amazing, it's going to be the stepping stones into all the rest. And you deserve that. There's no reason to wait. There's no reason to hold back. I've been there, I've done that. And I can't look back and say, I wish I would have done it differently. I would have liked to have done it differently, but that's okay. I was right where I was. I didn't have myself to help me. I didn't have someone who knew what I needed to guide me through. But you will now have that. And so you'll be able to get the support and the tools that you need, and you'll know by the first call. You and I will both know. So you'll be able to say, yep, this is for me. And I'll be able to say, yep, this is for you. Or I will have to say, I want you to do this, this, and this first to make sure you're in this right space. Just because it's important that we're ready. Sometimes we might be in the mindset that we think we're ready, but the conversations that we're having, or the resistance or defensiveness, different things like that, there may need to be some additional support beforehand. So we'll be able to figure all that out. You'll get the support and the guidance that you need. We're going to create a roadmap for you so you'll know whether you decide to do it or not. All right, you guys. I love that you've spent this time with me. I love that you're taking on your new year. I love that you're beginning to deep dive, giving yourself this month to start planning for the rest of next year. And I look forward to seeing you guys for the goal event. And I look forward to hearing from you for the 12-week event, in as far as finding your joy, finding your smile, releasing any old loss, releasing any current loss, without releasing the love, without releasing the connection, without releasing the blessings and the lessons, but releasing the suffering, releasing the anger, releasing any of the negative emotions that are still there, right? Kind of bringing in an aura, that smell of, oh, this is just, I don't want to keep smelling this smell. It's just too much. I don't want to keep feeling these feels. It's just too much. And so I want to give you the tools to be able to do that, because you can and you deserve it. All right, you guys, bring it in. Big squishy hugs for your health. We always need them. And know that you are appreciated and know that you're loved. Whether you like it or not. All right, you guys, you take care of you. Let me know what questions you have. Let me know what feedback you have. Let me know as you're going through this, oh, what are you getting? What are you learning? I look forward to hearing from you. You take care of you, and ciao for now. And never wants to close, guys. All right, you take care of you. Bye.